What's up, y'all? So I'm preparing my breakfast for this morning. I'm going to break my fast by 11:30, almost 12 o'clock ish. Right here is just some cheese, mozzarella and sharp cheese. Mozzarella is a little less than 1/4 cup. That's about 80 calories, and the sharp cheddar cheese is about 110 calories for 1/4 cup. I don't think I used the entire 1/4 cup, so it'll be a little less. My seasoning is everything bagel seasoning, some garlic powder, some black pepper, and to increase the volume of this without adding another egg, I added some egg beaters, and I'm going to use my little waffle maker and cook me up some chaffles. On my chaffles, I'm going to have 2 eggs, 2 fried eggs, and some bacon. So I'm gonna try to make a 3-layer chaffle if this can't make 2. Well, 4, 2 sandwiches. And I am going to also make a kale, blueberry, raisin, and walnut mixture, fry it up in some butter and some vegan butter, and that'll be my breakfast, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I am done preparing. All right, guys, so this is my breakfast. It is the kale, raisins, berry mix. I chose the berry Mary over here, berry Melody over here. I use earth balanced butter, some raisins, some kale. I freeze my kale, I freeze my spinach, because if I don't, it will go to waste. And I also use some walnuts. Those are my chaffles. It did make 2 sandwiches. I'm happy about that. And here is my coffee. I use coffee. I use this sweetener here, some whipped cream, a little bit of heavy cream with my coffee mate, and my Vital Protein collagen peptides. So this is my breakfast, guys. I'm gonna go tear it up, and I will chat with you guys in a bit. What's up, guys? So today is day 2 of alternate day fasting. It went well. I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock, and I had some green tea, some water, worked on my paper, got my child dressed. I did feel nauseous and dizzy. I was doing a lot of activity, packing lunch, getting her dressed, and doing the whole morning routine. So I did get dizzy and I did feel nauseous. I had to take a seat. This was the longest fast that I have done in about almost a year. So I think I did do a 7-day fast or something like that, maybe like 7 or 8 months ago, but that was it. So this was difficult, because trying to get back into the routine of it and having my body trained all over again was a little hard. But I noticed that it wasn't as hard as it was when I first started fasting initially. So about April 2020, that's when I started to lose weight, from April to September. I think in my last video I said to June. I don't know why I was thinking about June, but it was from April to September. At the end of September, well, the beginning of September. It was the beginning of September, because I remember school started again, and then that's when I fell off completely. But at the end of August, beginning of September, I was 156. I was at my lowest weight. So I got there by doing a lot of extended fasting, a lot of trial and error, and intermittent fasting and alternate day fasting. So I'm gonna make a video about that, what I learned when I was doing the extended fasting, the intermittent fasting, and the alternate day fasting. I'm choosing alternate day fasting and sticking with it this time for this weight loss journey, I guess, because the extended fasting, I just mentally and emotionally, and just because I just don't want to anymore. I like to eat, so I noticed that I got more results eating than not eating. So I'll talk about that in another video. I'm not saying that extended fasting is bad. It is good. It's good for your body to reap those benefits, and it does help. And one of the ways that it helped me, because during that time, when I came off the fast, I would binge. So that's why that benefited me initially, because it kind of erased the bad binging that I did. But when I got control of my binging, I started doing alternate day fasting. I didn't know I was doing alternate day fasting, but I was doing that and intermittent fasting. So I'll talk about that in another video. But today I fasted about 42 hours and I couldn't even finish all of my food. I'm going to save it for later. I'm going to try to eat it later. I already have my meals and everything planned out today, but given the time and the fact that I am not hungry, which I always capitalize on, guys, if you're not hungry, just don't eat. Don't force yourself to eat. My breakfast was about, I would say about 800 to 900 calories. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat again. I might have a small snack. I want to eat my little protein balls, and I want to make my chocolate protein shake. I wanted to eat for dinner some tuna dipped with some pork rinds, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do that because I'm already full, and I have to work out later. So I know that every time I work out, I'm not hungry. That's another trick that I learned from trying to lose weight before. From April to the beginning of September, I lost 23 pounds, 24 pounds. I started at 180 and ended at 156, 24 pounds or something like that. I could have lost more, but I was going through a lot of trial and error, and I'll talk about that in another video. But I have to work out today. I know I'm not going to be hungry, so I might not be able to eat. My cutoff point today is at 5 o'clock. I made it a habit for years not to eat after 5 o'clock. So if I'm not eating by 5 o'clock, I'm just not going to eat, and I'm going to start another fast. So tomorrow is Wednesday. The next time I'm going to eat is going to be Thursday at around 11 o'clock. It's also my daughter's birthday. She is turning 5, and I'm eating cake. She wants me to make the birthday cake because she wants to help me, and I'm eating cake. And one thing I love about alternate day fasting is that I don't have to focus so much on the food that I'm eating. Now, let me tell you something. I am aware of bad food and good food. I am eating food to nourish my body. I'm not eating junk like how I was eating junk before when I started fasting. I would fast these long fasts and eat the same way. Maybe that's why I didn't lose weight. But I'm totally aware of what I'm eating. So if I want a piece of cake, I'm going to eat a piece of cake. Am I going to eat a piece of cake every single day and just make that a habit and just continue to eat junk No, that's not what I do, and that is not what I'm going to do. I stopped doing that a long time ago. But if I'm celebrating, I want a piece of cake, I'm going to eat a piece of cake. And if I want a little bit of carbs, I'm going to eat a little bit of carbs. I do a lot of keto-like meals. I focus mostly on fat and protein and try to stay away from carbs because carbs bloat me. I did do keto for a little bit, and it wasn't sustainable for me. That was not something that I can do for the rest of my life. So when I got off, and it was strict keto. When I got off of keto, then I didn't know how to manage my carbs, and I went back to bloating. My stomach was huge. I looked 3 months pregnant. It was just ridiculous. So I know how much carbs to eat. If I eat a lot of carbs one day, it's 0 carbs the next. So I do a lot of cycling, and that helps me. I learned that helps me a lot. So today is mostly fat and protein. When I eat again, it's going to be more carbs. And I'm going to try to incorporate some more fats, but it's not going to be like a lot of carbs, you know. And that's it. I have a plan. I know it works for me. I'm going to make another video to share with you because maybe it will work for you. And I'm going to share with you also some tips and tricks
that I have learned so that maybe it will shed some light on why you are not losing weight if you have tried everything like I have. I have tried everything. Only thing I didn't try was the vegan diet. I did that egg and apple and oatmeal thing, the egg fast. I did it all, and the only thing that I know that worked for me was intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, and sometimes some extended fasting. So here I am again going back to intermittent fasting and alternate day fasting, and I know that it works. I'm going to try to do an extended fast once a month, maybe, or every couple of months, but I know that intermittent and alternate day actually works for me, and it's something that I can do for a long time, even after I reach my weight loss goals. Maybe not so much alternate day, maybe just continue with the intermittent fasting and 1 meal a day on certain days. For about a year, I still wasn't eating breakfast because my body was still stuck in that intermittent fasting mode. So I would skip breakfast. So I usually don't have 3 meals a day. I usually have 2 meals a day, mostly 1 meal a day. And my body is just used to it. Your body's gonna get used to it. Your stomach is gonna shrink. You're gonna be full off of a little bit of food. You're gonna see changes, but you have to stick with it. You have to be consistent. That was me. I was consistent with my workouts every day. I was consistent with eating. I meal prepped and all of that. So I just want you guys to be encouraged. And if you are intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, stick with it. If you're thinking about doing so, especially alternate day fasting, the more you do it, the less stressful it will become, and it won't be as hard as when you initially started it. It'll just become a way of life, just like everything else. You have to do a lot of self-coaching, and it sounds like this. You're not hungry. You're not going to die. Stop the foolishness. That's my self-talk. Because our bodies, the way it acts and growling and carrying on, is like, come on now, you rule your stomach. Don't let your stomach rule you. So after I self-talk, go drink some water, and if I'm bored, find some activity to do, and just don't think about it. I do a lot of thought stopping. Once I start thinking I'm hungry, I'll start thinking about something else. And I constantly train my brain to do this so that my desires won't take over. And if there's food laying all around, I look at the food and I'm like, I don't need to eat you right now. I can eat tomorrow. And just walk away. And it takes practice. And it takes you stopping right there in that moment. Don't let your eyes continue to look at all of this food, because the more you look at it, the more you're going to want it. And don't let your brain continue to think about how hungry you are, because the more you think about it, the more you want it, and the more you're going to give into it. And I'm going to start fasting today is going to turn in, well, I'll start fasting tomorrow. And then it's going to turn in, I'll start fasting next month and next year, and then you're never going to do it. And then you're going to be stuck where you are, and you couldn't have made progress or have been making progress. So, guys, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments section. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, so that other people can be helped as they are on their alternate day fasting journey, or if they just want to see progress from day 1 up until my goal is reached, then come on with me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.